teachers and students, please proceed to the circle for our 9/11 ceremony. Teachers and students, please proceed to the circle for our 9/11 ceremony. Thank you.
Beautiful day for a ceremony, don't you think? Okay, let me ask.
Well, 9/11 is just it's a memory of a real tragic event in our country, and just to think about all those folks that gave their lives unknowingly and unexpectedly is just really a challenge to think about, to know that kind of terrorism occurred on our land here.
A solemn day to remember those who gave their lives in order for me to be able to stand here right now. And that's from the military guys over there in the desert, to the guys that was waking up in the morning to go there to watch the march at the World Trade Center.
It means a lot to me. People lost a lot of lives, and we need to recognize that fact. Even though it's 9 years ago now, we still need to remember what happened on that day.
I'm Rick Piercy, and I think 9/11 was a wake-up call to America that we need to get back to our principles. We need to get back to the kind of patriotism that our nation is known for.
And for more to be happening throughout the day, it was just kind of a scary experience to see that our country was being attacked like that without us realizing it.
A very special day to me. I was in the military as a recruiter on that day. In fact, headed my way down there with a couple of kids to the Pentagon. And that first plane hit the building. So it has a significant meaning to me. So anytime I get the opportunity to remember those who fell, to allow me to stand here today, I do it.
9/11 was a tragic incident that touched the lives of many American citizens and still affects us today, and I really think it's an important event that we should remember.
And a lot of kids were scared. I remember talking to them about what was going on. And so 9 years later, here we are again.
And I'm very proud of the students here at the AAE, especially the junior ROTC program, which is by far the best in the United States, and I think raising up young people that are going to move this country forward in a great way.
Morning, AAE! Hi there, you know who I am, so I don't need to introduce myself. We need to talk about why we're here. I want to tell you, about 4 years ago, on September 11th, this school did nothing at all, and we've come a long way from that. We are never going to not have some kind of ceremony to commemorate September 11th, and that's tomorrow. So 9 years ago tomorrow, about 3,000 people died. Some of them died at the World Trade Center. Some of them died at the Pentagon, and some of them died in a field in Pennsylvania. A little perspective. At the Pentagon, the highest ranking military official that died was a 3-star Army general. There was a 3-year-old aboard Flight 77 that hit the Pentagon. There was a 79-year-old. Those were the oldest and youngest people that died at the Pentagon. Surprisingly enough, not many people your age died that day because it was September. You were in school. Okay? So none of you were traveling or in the Pentagon or in the World Trade Center. But that doesn't mean we can't remember what happened that day. We need to do that. Okay? We want to start off with the Pledge of Allegiance, but before the Pledge of Allegiance, let me give you a few words about the Pledge of Allegiance, give you some perspective why we say it every day. The original Pledge of Allegiance was written in Boston, Massachusetts in August 1892 to celebrate the 400th anniversary of the discovery of America. Public schools first used it to celebrate Columbus Day on October 12, 1892. Over the years, the pledge has had many changes. The final change, authorized by an act of Congress on June 14, 1954, added the words, "under God." The pledge is a vital, thrilling expression of every American's patriotism and loyalty to the flag. It reminds us of our duty to preserve liberty and justice for all. The pledge should be recited daily in classrooms and at all meetings and ceremonies at which the flag is displayed, which makes it very appropriate for us to do the Pledge of Allegiance now. Please join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we're going to hear our national anthem now. Okay, we've got a couple of poems being read now. One was just written this week for this occasion. This is our first student, Amanda Cummings.
Good morning. My name is Amanda, and this is a poem I wrote in commemoration of September 11th. The dawning of a cool September day awakes a nation, calm and chaste. A kiss on the cheek and a swift I love you. No one knew it would be the last. As the sun climbs higher in the sky, a sleepy country starts to arise from the deafening crash of broken dreams and the sound of desperate cries. As those humble towers fell on that day, our country was meant to follow. But instead of crumbling to our knees, we grew strong and did not wallow. Though the ones we love were lost and taken, it's impossible to forget the lives of those men, women, and children lost for a nation that forever thrives. Thank you.
Second poem from ASB, Jackie Medeiros.
This is a poem written by Dana Holland of New York on the evening of September 11, 2001. It's called The Lady. I wonder what she thought as she stood there strong and tall. She couldn't turn away. She was forced to watch it all. Did she long to offer comfort as her country bled, with her arm forever frozen high above her head? She could not shield her eyes. She could not hide her face. She just stared across the water, keeping freedom's pace. The smell of smoke and terror somehow reduced her size, so small within the harbor, but still we recognize how dignified and beautiful on a day so many died. I wonder what she thought, and I know she must have cried.
Now, as we lower the flags to half-staff, we're going to lead them in half-staff the rest of the day and unfurl our banner. We're going to play taps, so a moment of silence, please.
Present, come. Present, up.
elapsed 9 years ago. Remember, we must never forget.